This is UNeducated Sports Talk. Stay smart, stay uneducated.
Welcome all sports fans and everyone across the nation. This is episode number 60. That's right. Of Tuesdays with TJ, the NFL podcast on a special Sunday afternoon, or where TJ is a Sunday evening.
Sunday.
Welcome
Yep.
to to the TJ, y'all. This is our NFL podcast, y'all. The NFL podcast. I'm your host, Carter Clayton. It's my beautiful co-host, PJ. And of course, my main man to the right is TJ Tracy. We got a good one, y'all. Sorry we are late, man. We have lives to live, man, and the things just happen bad, man. But we will break down Saturday's awesome matchups between the Chiefs and the Texans, and of course the barn burn between the Lions and Commanders, and then we'll break down our picks and predictions for
Whoa.
Eagles and Rams, and then we'll talk about, of course, the main event, Bills versus Ravens. Before we get into that, TJ, man, how's life treating you, brother?
I'm doing well, thank you very much. Just nice, easy week. Bit nervous about today, but it's going well. I know I've missed the call conversations. It's been weird not speaking to you.
Hey, man. Well, hey, better late than never. How about that? Better late than never, man. Um, I'm telling you right now, I had a crazy week, man. I had a baby
Brilliant.
shower.
How you been?
Oh man, baby shower, work was getting crazy, so I had to keep postponing. It was all my fault, y'all. Honestly, I had to keep postponing this episode, man. But I
It's
said we
fine.
gotta get it in, though. We gotta get it in, and I'm glad we got it in now, man, because I did not want to miss this one. Uh, let's see. So rep your team before we get started, y'all. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. We are less than 30 away from our less than 20 away from our goal of 3,000 subscribers, and of course, that like button for the
Ooh.
stream. Hey, 30 plus likes is cool with me. I don't care, man. Let's get it in. Hit that like button and subscribe too. Uneducated Sports Talk to get more of Tuesday with TJ and a lot more of our great, great, great content that we have on this channel, y'all. So let's get it in. PJ, how you feeling? Says ready for more football. I am too. Are you ready for some football? Man, let's go. Rep your
Let's
team. I don't
do
care who it is.
this.
I don't care where your team is right now. Also, our poll question is we're talking legacy, TJ. Bills, Ravens. We're talking
Legacy.
Allen, Jackson, legacy. Whose legacy is more important in this game? You guys, let us know in the polls. Hit that poll question. I want to know your answers, you guys. And let us know in the chat, too. Who uh, who needs this game a lot more for their quote unquote legacy, y'all? All right, let's rock
What's
and roll.
your answer?
Man, my answer, I will let you know that we talk about Bills versus Ravens. How about that?
How about that then?
That sounds fair to me. That sounds fair. But once again, y'all rep your team. Let's rock and roll, man, and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man, for more great content. TJ, um, we had two games last night. One
We
went
did.
according to plan, and one kind of did not go according to plan, if you know what I mean, bro. Uh, but let's start off with the B game. How about that? B game. We're gonna talk about Chiefs versus Texans. Let me get it up first because I gotta get this off the screen. I forgot I changed things from our last one. So here we go. Where we at? 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 Where we at,
What are we
y'all?
doing?
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna freaking find it. I think I'm gonna find it. I might find it. Maybe we'll find it. Hopefully we'll
Whilst he's
find it.
finding things,
Oh, we
chat, if you
found
do
it.
this
Yeah,
thing.
we found it.
We
All
found
right,
it?
go. Chiefs beat the Texans by a score of 23 to 14. This game had everything. It had the unfortunate penalty calls, but it had the dominant defense. It basically had everything I assume would happen outside of the bad calls. But
Yeah, the
um,
back calls were bad.
let's break down this game. Chiefs and Texans, man. What's your thoughts about KC moving on to a seventh consecutive AFC Championship game with a win over the Texans?
Well, it's all going to plan, isn't it? It's the postseason. You know the Chiefs were at least going to make the AFC Championship game. They have every time Patrick Mahomes has started, which is a crazy stat. 8 times they've made it to the AFC Championship game. Absolutely mental. But Houston, man, I know they obviously had some calls go against them, but three missed blocked punts, or blocked kicks, I say. We had the blocked field goal, the missed field goal, and then the other field goal. So it's 3 times points came off the board, and whoever designed that to go for it down on that fourth down play, I was watching it with my dad, who's now is officially a Chiefs fan.
Hey,
He has pretty much come out of the closet
all
as a
right, Mr. Nick.
Chiefs fan. Um, he, I was
He
watching it
likes
with him,
winners,
and
PJ.
he likes winners. Essentially, he loves the excitement of Patrick
Of Mahomes,
Mahomes.
yes.
He's definitely also turned on Taylor Swift. He's like, why do they keep showing her? It's like she's the most successful singer of all time. Of course they're going to show
Yes.
her. But yeah, no. When Houston lined up to go for it on that fourth down late in the third, and the timing was off. They almost got a delay of game instead of calling a timeout to think about it. As soon as that happened, I went to him. Oh, that's it. They've won. The Chiefs won. Like they needed that disastrous of events. Just sucked all the momentum, gave Chiefs all the momentum, and put them up in such great positions. And yeah, no. As soon as they messed up that play, I knew there was no chance.
Mm. Yo, we got some folks in the building already showing love. We got JFB says, "Sup, gentlemen."
Hello, JFB.
What's up, JFB says PJ. We got Ryan Rose. I think Aiden Hutchinson being out hurt the Lions defense. He's been
Oh,
out,
absolutely.
but he's been out forever though. I mean, next man mentality. You gotta play. You gotta play. And look, I'm surprised the Lions went that far, but we'll talk about that later on. With that defense they had. But yeah, I agree with you, TJ. As far as the Chiefs win this game, it's almost like inevitable. The Texans have now gone to 8 divisional matchups in their franchise history. They've lost all 8, so they have never yet to reach. They're great in wild cards. They are awesome in wild card, but as far as divisional rounds go, they just cannot get it done. This team here, they lost Stephon Diggs early in the year. They lost Tank Dell late in the year. Joe Mixon was off and on all year with injuries and whatnot. So I mean, their offense was very tough. Stroud's season two wasn't really good. It was more of a sophomore slump, albeit he
Hmm.
still had a decent year, but a sophomore slump in the nuance of all things. And the Chiefs, look, if you look at the numbers for Pat Mahomes, he didn't give you quote unquote Pat Mahomes numbers, but honestly, it hasn't been like that the last 2 years. See, what I tell people is Pat Mahomes is bought in to what the Chiefs want, right? We don't
Hmm.
have per se the superstars anymore. Kelsey's declining of age.
Oh, absolutely.
He went
He's looked
off.
slow.
He went off in this game though. 117 yards, 7 catches, and a touchdown. So I mean, hey, save your best for the playoffs. I get that, but the outside weapons, right? D Hop, where was he? Zero
Yep.
catches, right? Zero catches. So nothing going on for that. And they still found a way to win because of that defense. Pat Mahomes could be, crying about we need weapons and we need this and that. No, they're winning. That's all that matters. Pat Mahomes, 170 yards passing. Was he 15 out of 27, something like that, completion
Yeah.
wise? It wasn't a good
Uh,
game in stat wise, but as long as he's playing game manager, he's probably the greatest game manager ever in the history of the NFL. If he want to play that game manager role of a quarterback,
yeah.
I respect that because when he game manages, that means you're not going to get turnovers per se. You're going to get the best read. He's not going to make crazy mistakes, you know.
But he does still make crazy
He
plays,
does
like
make
that
crazy plays,
touchdown.
yes, because he's just that. So when you need him, he will deliver. 9 times out of 10, if you need him, he will deliver, and he's done it his whole entire career. And you look at him, I mean, he didn't have the numbers, but that defense, we haven't spoke about a lot over the last 3 or 4 years, but they've been the best over under Steve Spagnuolo and his the DC for the Chiefs. He's been amazing with that team, and Chris Jones and Trent McDuffie's and George Kalafis, man, this team is just once again under the radar because we're seeing this game tonight, Bills versus Ravens, and we're all going to glorify that game because we think it'd be two high profile offenses and the quarterbacks going at it. When in the whole greater scheme of things, Pat Mahomes is just keeps on winning because
Yeah.
he's got the stats. He's got all that. He's thrown for 5,000 yards, so we know what he's capable of as a quarterback. But now it's about just winning. I don't care about the stats, the numbers, and a big takeaway from this game, special teams. When we talk about offense and defense, right? The third component of that is special teams. And the Texans had a bunch of blunders in this game. And when you play with the Chiefs, TJ, you know you cannot make mistakes like that.
You cannot.
I mean, we had two missed field goals. We had a block kick. The first kick return of the game, the guy went, 70 yards for Kansas City, right? Put him in field goal position to score the first points of the game. And that stuff you can't mess around with. You have to kind of play perfect, especially on at least two of the three categories. You've got to be perfect. The Chiefs, defense, special teams. As far as the Texans, you had to be perfect as well for 2 out of 3, and they were not great at all on special teams. Good on defense, okay on offense, but just horrible on special teams and let them down. Chiefs win this game rather easily, and they move on to a seventh consecutive AFC championship. Mind you,
Yeah.
that's 7 years of Pat Mahomes being the starting quarterback.
Hmm.
They've gone 7 straight years to at least the AFC Championship game. That is just mind-boggling for me. Shout out to Kansas City, man. We got a guy like Kareem Hunt as well. Like if you think about it, man, when Kareem Hunt had the incident, right? And
The
and
incident.
yeah, when he kicked that woman in the hotel room, the Chiefs let him go.
What?
Oh, you forgot about that, huh?
I don't
Yeah.
remember this.
This, this,
No.
this might be pre TJ in the NFL. But Hunt was on the Chiefs along. The Chiefs had drafted Kareem Hunt, and matter of fact, he had a great rookie year. Had like 1,400 yards total offense. He was like almost lethal,
Wow.
right? And then he had the incident in the hotel where he didn't really kick a lady. He just kind of like nudged her, but she was drunk. She fell down, and it was just a bad look, right?
Okay.
It was in my opinion, it wasn't bad at all, but it was still a bad look. So the Chiefs let him go, but for them to have the guts to bring him back this year, we're talking like feels like 7 years or 6 or 7 years later, they bring him back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's having a phenomenal season. So yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Chiefs team, and all they do is win. It's never pretty. It is never pretty, but they get the freaking job done.
Fair enough. And no, we say we were shocked that their special teams did so well, but they've blocked multiple kicks
They have.
this year. So yeah, their offense is struggling, even though they do spectacular plays here and now. But it is the rest of that team is just holding it up. And oh, come on, man, the Chiefs really got a three-peat. The Chiefs really got a
Hey,
three-peat.
all I know is if you put if you had any faith in the Texans winning, you're out your mind. I'm just saying. Now we
So
can go ahead.
here's my question. Sorry, we know the Commanders are making it to the AFC Championship. So do you trust either the Commanders, the Rams, or the Eagles to beat the Chiefs? If the Chiefs make it all the way, can any of those three teams beat them?
Oh, you know my stance. Chiefs three-peating.
Three-peat.
You know, hey, their biggest challenge will be against either Buffalo or Baltimore next week.
Damn.
That'll be their toughest challenge. I don't see no one from the NFC beating Kansas City. Nobody.
Nobody?
Nobody from the NFC. Nobody.
Wow.
Nobody. Nobody. If the Chiefs make the Super Bowl, I'm crowning them champions. But I don't want to get into that yet because you got to play the games first. So I get that. But also, there are huge penalties in this game too. It's been a big talk around town. Now,
Yes.
before I get into it, I will say, regardless, penalties or not, I had the Chiefs win this game anyways, so it didn't really matter to me. But there were a couple of huge play calls that was like head scratching, and you would hope that the NFL with the big man upstairs. I'm not talking about God himself. I'm talking about the NFL.
Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell. They can change those plays, or they need to starting next year. Ain't no way in hell Pat Mahomes becomes a runner,
So,
TJ, right? And now he is basically defenseless, and he does
mhm.
like a little fake ass slide, and it was friendly fire. Nobody even touched
Yeah.
Mahomes, and there was still a penalty called for roughing the passer or whatever they want to call that because he wasn't a passer at that time. Uh, and it went against the Texans, and that was a big play. And I don't agree with that. Now, like I said, the Chiefs win this game regardless of those penalties, but something's got to get done with stuff like that.
It is really bad, especially since later in that game, essentially the same thing happened with the Chiefs hitting CJ Stroud, and there was no penalty called.
Mm.
And yeah, it wasn't good. It really wasn't good. And people already have the narrative that the refs are on Chiefs' sides, and when you see stuff like that, it doesn't help the situation.
Right.
But yeah, no. Sorry, I'm gonna increase my chair there.
No.
Um, yeah, it really isn't good, and they have to do something. I know they've announced that more things are coming under reviewable, like face masks and all that. Now will be
Needs to.
able to be reviewed next year. Um, but they need to implement the XFL rules. I think that's what needs to be the XFL officiating rules.
Yeah, with
They're
Dean
not
Van Miller and them
perfect.
guys, man. But it's not. But still, it's way better than the NFL. I'll tell you
Way
that.
better.
Some guy can go in there ASAP. A guy in the box right now say, nope, 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 nope. That's not what you called it. Go down
Hmm.
there and let the referee know that's not a foul. Take it off. That quick. That quick.
Yeah.
It can be that simple, and they just choose not to. It drives me crazy.
Also, the NFL needs to. I know they'll never speak bad about their refs, but they need to announce and go, "Yeah, this call was wrong." You know what I mean? Just opening it like we need to do
Oh,
better
I
with.
mean, oh, they do, TJ. They do.
Oh, do they?
They on Monday or Tuesday after every week. If it's something bad, the NFL will announce, yes, we realize we made a bad call, but it does nothing for the game prior.
It does nothing.
It does nothing for the actual game. So it drives me crazy on that. Yeah, they oh my bad, our bad. I'm tired of seeing that. I wish they would implement right now. Hey, that's a bad call. Change it. The XFL, the UFL now, they do a great job of doing that. NFL, oh, come on, man. It is not that hard. It's very, very, very simple to
Yeah.
change that. So now, once again, I'm gonna say Chiefs win this game regardless. But they just straight up dominated, man. Chris Jones, man, he's a beast, bro. He was in the pocket. He was in Stroud's career all game. I mean, it was Karlaftis who had the 3 sacks, but it was Chris Jones with the pressure that caused Stroud to go in the pocket and get sacked by Karlaftis those many times. He was sacked 8 times in that game.
Yeah.
You know, and the Chiefs at
Yeah.
home. I mean, it was a no-brainer. So Chiefs win 23-14. They advance to, like we said, their seventh straight AFC Championship game. They'll take on the winner of the Ravens and the Bills. We'll talk about that later on in this stream. And but let's go ahead and that was our B game. That was our B game. It was ho hum, but boy, did we have an A game. And the A game went to one player and one player only. That man name is Jaden Daniels. And the Commanders go into Detroit, TJ, and put it on that Lions defense from the word go. Outside of their first possession, I believe, which they drove the ball very well, but got stopped on the 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they were putting on the Lions defense from the word go in this
Hmm.
game, and it was crazy amount of scoring. I mean, the over under was 55 and a half. They scored 76, man. I mean, good God, they had that at 55 at halftime.
that
Wow.
was that game was absolutely crazy.
Uh,
Just it was sort of self-contained. Then all of a sudden it just blew up. Somewhere in the second quarter, it just completely
it, wa-
exploded.
it was crazy, man. I mean, what did we say in this
Hello.
game, man? With the Commanders and the Lions, bro. Like Jaden Daniels, is he
It's
having
him.
the best rookie season ever? Not just regular, but now we're gonna add playoffs too. It's gotta be right.
It's got to
It's
be
gotta be.
right. Yeah. Didn't no rookies made it to the Super Bowl, right? When did Big Ben do it?
Big Ben did. Ooh, he did not go to Super Bowl. No, no, not his rookie year. No,
No, his rookie year
but
because I know
he
it was
went to. I
early.
think he went to the championship game though.
He went to the championship game, so it's pretty much CJ Stroud versus Big Ben. I think is the. But no, CJ Stroud's just
No,
clutch when you need
nah.
to make.
Stroud didn't go to the championship game either.
Not Stroud. Daniels. Sorry, Daniels is. He's clutch. When you need him to make plays, he makes plays either with his legs or anything. But hey, Washington's dangerous. It is such a weird team. I think this game. Yes, Daniels did amazing and they tore that defense apart. But I think this is the one game they have 11 players on defense on IR. They are injured, and this is the game that it finally came back and bit them in the bum. Their offense couldn't compensate. Like, they had to score 50 points to win games, and this is the one time their deep offense couldn't score 50 points. They only scored 35, I believe.
They scored 31,
31, which is
45.
still, you'd expect them to
Yeah,
win a game when you
right.
score 31.
Keep talking, TJ. My
Um,
back.
that's all right. And this is when their defense completely just faltered. And it bit them. Injuries finally bit them to the point where, well, they're out. They had one of the best seasons of all time. They were dropping college level scores on people, and it means nothing now. And it sucks. It really sucks. If they had a healthier defense, I wouldn't be surprised if they won the Super Bowl. But injuries, it's all about the game of nutrition. Who lasts the longest? And unfortunately, the Lions didn't. They faltered. Commanders came in and managed to take advantage of the situation. They're sort of playing with house money, as you can tell. They were just constantly going for it to fourth down because they've got nothing to lose, which I agree. I think they need to. You might as well just keep going for it. What's the point if you it's it's the quarterfinals, it's the divisional round. Might as well keep going for it. But it does suck. It really does suck. I was pulling so hard for the Lions to win. But then again, as an Eagles fan, if we can take care of the Rams tonight, we we can hopefully beat the Commanders. But yeah, it was definitely the Lions defense. The injuries finally caught up with them, and the Commanders took advantage. And they're playing with house money, I was saying. So they're just constantly going into fourth down because the Lions refuse to change their defense.
I mean, they were
Even
blitzing
Tom
like
Brady
crazy.
was like, they need to stop doing this because they've got an answer for it, and they just kept doing it, and they took advantage. And yeah, It sucks. It really just sucks. I was really
And
pulling for the Lions.
I wish we would have had this on our original time frame on Tuesday nights, hence our title, Tuesday with
Yeah.
TJ, because I would have said the Lions had to be the biggest Buccaneers fans, right? Because the Lions, they wanted the Rams or they wanted the Vikings because those two teams have limitations on offense. As soon as Zane Gonzalez doinked that field goal and went in to beat the Buccaneers, the Lions like, damn, we gotta score a bunch of points now. Because let's be honest, the week before they beat the Vikings 31-9, right? And they've got the Rams number for some reason the last couple of years now, playoffs and the regular season. So they weren't really afraid of those teams. The Commanders were the unknown team, but we
Hmm.
knew that there were not many limitations with the team. I mean, the best player, which is Jaden Daniels, he could throw it and run it. So they
Hmm.
said, "Damn, we got to have the mindset. We got to score 35 in this game to win." And on top
Yeah.
of that, not only did they give up 45 points and they only scored 31 points, but they also had four turnovers, right? Three
Oh yeah.
interceptions and a fumble by Jared Goff. He had two of those interceptions, and they went with a trick play with the receiver Williams. Williams to throw a don't do that when in the battle where you gotta have this possession. You want to go with a trick play and have the receiver throw the ball. You know they want to throw that ball every single time they get it. Don't do it right then and there. Put the ball in Jared Goff's hands. Now, albeit he did have those turnovers at the end to lose the
That's
game, but I felt like the Lions said, we don't know this Commanders team, but we do know they can score and they're
yes.
they're efficient on offense. Because let's be real, Jaden Daniels wasn't out there slinging that ball and getting picked off every play. No, he did a great job of not turning the ball over all season.
Yeah. No, you
This
did very
commander,
well.
yeah, this Commanders team was awesome. Now, you know, I get it. Defense is on IR. Most of this year for the Lions, but
Yeah, it's like 12
yeah,
starters.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, next man mentality, and they've done a great job. It didn't stop them then. So what's different now is the team they're playing, the
Yeah.
Commanders. I think right now the Commanders might just be a team of freaking destiny because let's be real, the past rookie quarterbacks to take their teams to a championship game. Let's think about it. Brock Purdy and the Niners, right? That's a
Yeah.
great overall team, defense, running game, and then Brock Purdy. Mark Sanchez, he was not the vocal part of that team with the Jets. It was all about their defense and special teams
Hmm.
that got them there. We never said, oh, like even Big Ben in '04, he wasn't the vocal point at all. That was running game and defense. This is the first one that it was strictly on the quarterback. Jaden Daniels is the reason why they're in this position. He just makes everyone better on offense all around. Like Zach Ertz, where was Ertz at? The first half of the season, nowhere to be found, honestly. But then
No.
Daniels just made him better because Ertz on that team last year, right? If I'm not
Uh,
mistaken,
no, no, no. He wasn't. He was on the Cardinals.
the Cardinals. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But his career was going down. Let's just be real. He left the Eagles. It was going down, and then he goes to the Commanders team. And this last 5 or 6 weeks, he's been amazing at the
Yep.
tight end position, right? As their tight end one. Austin Eckler had a great game. Brian Robinson had a great game. Terry McLaurin had a great game. DeJuan Brown had a great game. All this from the offense, all because of one man. And that guy's name is Jaden Daniels. He's got this
He is
team
good.
rocking and rolling. And the faith that Dan Quinn has in this guy. Do you know how many fourth downs they converted in this game? They've done it all year. Let's keep it real. But
But they're
Dan
playing with house money.
and
They're like,
that too, house money. You're right. And every once in a while, well, Sean McVay and Nick Sirianni have gone to Super Bowl. Let's not forget, Dan Quinn has gone on one too as a head coach, albeit he would like to forget that one. Uh, you know,
no,
he,
that's true.
yeah, for the Falcons, he was the head coach for the Falcons when they that 20-3. So
Uh, yeah, yeah. No, you're spot on. It's just, it's good. Like, it's. I just can't explain it. It's just.
the Lions just weren't ready for the Commanders because they knew that we had to keep going and the pressure on Detroit. 15-2, number one team in the NFC, and just the pressure of being perfect caught up with that offense because they knew they had to score.
Yeah, no, they did. They did. Who do you blame the most for this game then? Is it Dan Quinn?
Are we talking about for the Lions, like blame for the loss,
Yeah,
like Dan
if you were
Campbell?
Dan Campbell, sorry, yeah, sorry, not Dan
Um,
Quinn. Or is it Jared
it,
Goff
it, it's
for
it,
being a bit reckless?
Jared Goff being reckless. Jared Goff. I mean, you've got to be able to that first fumble he had, devastating, and then the picks
Yeah.
at the end of the half to get points on the board, he throws the interception in the end zone. And that is huge swing of momentum. Because mind you, the first two possessions, the Commanders only scored 3 points,
No, that's true.
right?
Yeah.
But
They
they got going because of the turnovers. If Goff and the Lions go up by 14, 7-0 with the football and score again, that's ball game. Because now the
yeah,
Commanders go
no.
one dimensional, and you don't want that. And if the Lions have been doing all year is just going after the quarterback when they're one dimensional. But Jared Goff, the presence there just to have those turnovers is very unfortunate.
No, I get you, and it was definitely, it felt like Goff really didn't help the situation, but it really, I do think that defense, one, the injuries, you can't blame the injuries, it just sucks.
Keep going,
But
TJ. Keep
two,
going.
they refused to change. That was the problem. They're doing the same old stuff continuously and being like, what? Why is it not working? And it's just frustrating. And going for it, when they're constantly going first down, they know they're going to use Jalen Daniels' legs. They know that. But they weren't able to cover him. It was frustrating to watch because everyone was rooting for the Lions and they just crapped the bed. Completely crapped the bed. Just come on, man. I was just so upset. I don't know why I'm upset. Like, this should be positives. I should be okay. We can go against the we could go against. I can't. I completely. We can go against the Commanders. We've already beaten the Commanders. We know this, but I don't know. I am scared. I'm actually scared about them, and I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be scared, but I am. Ow! Sorry, I've hurt my knee at work. It is quite painful. But yeah, no. I should be happy that the Commanders won. I was saying I should be happy that the Commanders won because if we win tonight against the Rams, the NFC Championship is in Philadelphia. They have to come to this team, and we've already beaten the Commanders. Fair enough, they've already beaten us, but that was when Hurts got knocked out, and we were a bit unable to change our offense, if you know what I mean. And we turned the ball over 5 times. But I'm scared of the Commanders, and it is Jalen Daniels. It's Jalen Daniels, and the fact that they're willing to essentially do anything to, because they don't care that they've overachieved this year.
Hey, house money, baby. Like
But
we
yeah,
said,
I'm
they're playing with house money.
house money. But I was just upset that the Lions lost because everyone was pulling for the Lions, and yeah, they just crapped the bed.
We got Byron Jackson says the NFL is rigged. I would beg to differ on that, Byron. But welcome to the chat. We appreciate that,
Ah,
man. Welcome to the stream. F124 Gamer says hi. What's up, F124 Gamer? Good to see you. He said, what's up, F124? We got Thomas McKinney says Commanders all day. Let's go.
oh yeah.
Dan McKeon says, welcome to Sundays with TJ, episode 1. That's right. This is Tuesday with TJ, but on a very special Sunday afternoon. Normal Guy said, what up? What's up, Normal Guy?
Hello,
What up, NG, says
hello.
PJ. Thank y'all for showing love. We appreciate that, man. Thank y'all for showing love. All right, let's go. Commanders beat the Lions, and where do the Lions go from here, man? I mean, I do feel bad for this Lions franchise, the fan
It does
base.
suck.
It does suck. It does suck, but I think
'Cause-
they went to a buzzsaw, which is Jaden Daniels is a buzzsaw right now.
yeah, no, you're spot on. You're spot on. And they're gonna most probably lose both coordinators. I'll be shocked if they keep both.
I
Maybe
think
not Aaron Glenn. Maybe their defensive coordinator
I would
stays.
differ. I think Glenn goes and Johnson stays. I
Really?
think Johnson stays. When you get that no, Glenn has done enough for what he had, which isn't much in Detroit. Even when they're fully healthy, they're not this top tier defense. But Glenn's
That's
system,
true.
he comes with that. He loves playing man to man, blitzing and putting pressure, and they've done a good job of what they had. So I feel like he's going to be the more sought out head coach, in my opinion, than Johnson. I think Johnson actually stays one more year. And
I'm quite shocked about that, especially for a man who's also looking for a head coach. Like, would you not want Johnson?
I'm no, I'll take Glenn all day over Johnson. I just
Wow.
man, no, look, I'm no offense against Johnson. It just seems like he might be a better coordinator than head coach. I'm just saying. I don't want to be like that, but I don't know yet. I don't know, because I like you. Got to be a leader of men. Can you get the leader? Can you gravitate your entire team? It's not anymore about offense. It's offense, defense, and special teams now. When you're the head coach, I think Glenn is more of a leader of men than Ben Johnson is, but we'll find out, though. We'll find out. And
Yeah, we
also,
will. We
I
will.
don't like guys. And, I mean, do what you got to do. I mean, it's your money. It's who you are. But I don't like when guys go out of their way to take interviews during like the practice week before the game.
Oh no.
I don't like that. Like Cliff Kingsbury. Shout out to him. He said, "I ain't taking
Hmm.
no calls. I ain't taking no calls till after my team is out the playoffs." you know, which is
Yep.
the OC for the Commanders is. Guess what? He said, "I ain't taking no calls till we're done." And I respect that. But but
I.
but but do what you gotta do anyways. I'm just saying, I would rather the latter.
Oh no. I completely agree because obviously Jonathan Gannon did that to the Eagles when when we went to the Super Bowl and obviously we lost, and Kellen Moore's just done that to the Cowboys. So hopefully that doesn't come back and bite us.
Yeah, for real. So yeah, Commanders move on to the NFC Championship game the first time since 1991. They will
and
be there.
and with that, Carlos, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah,
So,
it must be a good one. He's got the evil man laugh.
what team in the NFC is the last? How can I explain this? Sorry. Um, what team do you think was the hasn't made it to the NFC Championship the longest
It's, it's got to be the
in the
Cowboys.
NFC?
Got to
It
be the
is the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, got to be Cowboys. Cowboys haven't gone.
95
They haven't gone since freaking '95.
was the last time they went to the NFC Championship game. The next closest team is the Chicago
I was
Bears
about to
in
say the
2010.
Bears. Bears went.
2010 was the
Bears,
last time.
yeah, Bears went in 2010 when they damn, who they lose to in 2010? They
Was it
lost.
not your
They,
same?
they,
It
lo-
might be
lo-
Green Bay.
they lost to that was the year after us. We're '09. So in 10 they must have lost to the what is it, Cardinals. They lost to.
Maybe was who won in 20? Let's have
I
a
want
look.
to say the Steelers won the next year in 2010, right? Did the Steelers beat the Cardinals? Or
Let's have
was
a
it
look.
'08? Or was that the year before?
So Saints and Colts was the 2010. So we were looking for the year after that, weren't it?
We got Rising Ronald says UST, UST, UST. Said Rising Ronald showing up to the party. Yes, sir. What's up, Rising Ronald? Got a special Tuesday with TJ on a Sunday afternoon.
You're telling me that the Green Bay Packers
Oh,
beat the Chicago Bears
thank
in
you.
that game?
It was Packers versus Steelers.
Yes, and Packers won. Aaron Rodgers' only ring.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that must be painful.
Hey, man, it happens, man. But yeah, you're right, though. Like, in the NFC, geez, like the Cowboys, like, even the Panthers have gone, what, twice? To the NFC
Yeah,
Championship game? Twice?
yeah.
Hell,
Uh,
keeping it a buck, even in the AFC, the Jaguars have made it to a conference championship before the
yeah.
Cowboys, man.
The Browns have.
The
The
Browns have made it
Cleveland Browns have made it to the AFC Championship game
before the Cowboys made it.
before
Yeah.
the
So
Cowboys.
that's how it is, man. But yeah, so Lions are. But now, mind you, Lions, Vikings, and Packers. What they all have in common is playoffs. One and done.
One and
You
done.
got a 14-win team, a 15-win team, and an 11-win team. All bounced out. All bounced out. First game they played. That's crazy news right there. All right, y'all. Let's go on with today's games. Now we'll give our picks and predict. But before we get into that, though, this could be from last week. This could be from last night. Doesn't quite matter to me, honestly. But we're gonna go ahead and go with our what the fudge cake moment. Do you have one from last week or this week?
Oh, I think it is. I've got to go just with the Lions. I think the Lions, like this, was a team that broken all of the records. It had the most longest. Like this was a team that everyone pegged to make it, and just poof, gone. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's you leave. I'm not a Lions fan, but it just leaves an empty feeling because everyone wanted them to go. Because I don't think maybe because it's Jalen Daniels, but I don't want to see Washington in the playoffs. You know, in the Super Bowl.
In your division, huh?
I know it's a division, but even then, I just don't want to see Washington there to make it. Like, I'd rather a Rams Bills Super Bowl kind of thing.
Hey man, I'm down for Washington, man. They're exciting. They're exciting to me. I love it. As long as I don't get a 13-3 game from Patriots and Rams,
Oh,
about 7 years ago. I'm good. I'm
yeah,
good.
that sucked.
that
That
that was
really
a,
did
that was the
suck.
most god awful Super Bowl I've seen in my life, man. And I've seen some bad ones. I've seen when the Buccaneers beat the Raiders like 1,000-0. I seen where the Giants got beat down by the Ravens. Matter of fact, 1,000-0. And those two games are still better than that Patriots and Rams game.
Oh, sorry. Can I change mine quickly?
Go ahead.
I just realised it was part of my head. I'm going to go with the Cowboys and their whole organisation
Mm.
of head coaching. So, refusing Mike McCarthy to speak to the Bears after firing him a week later. Oh, no, yeah, no. So, refusing Mike McCarthy to speak to the Bears saying you're going to resign him. A week later, firing him anyway, meaning you're now a week behind everyone.
Yes.
Then, apparently, talking to Deion Sanders to become the head coach, which is just absolutely crazy.
Not gonna happen.
Then, yeah, and then obviously they've spoken to Kellen Moore and a bunch of interesting prospects. Let's just say that. But yeah, so just Jerry again.
That's Jerry
Like,
being
come on,
Jerry being
man.
Jerry. We got beautiful Christian Ruta says, "Good afternoon, everyone. Happy blessed Sunday. Please like, subscribe, and share the best USC Nation ever. Hope everyone's having a great day. Yes, ma'am. Hope you are as well.
Yes, sir. How about
57.7
you?
CR. My what the fudge cake moment, excuse me, was the Bears having the audacity to ask the Steelers, "Can we get
That
Mike
was funny.
Tomlin?"
That was funny.
And not just the Steelers saying no, but Mike Tomlin come out saying hell no. He was like, nope, I got no trade clause, buddy, and I ain't going with y'all at all, at all.
How's he
I,
got a no trade
yeah, he
clause?
does, yep. So that was funny to actually hear him say, "I got no trade clause." Like he actually came out and said it. Nope, I'm not going to Chicago at all. So
He
that
has
was
to
funny.
specifically like
Oh
the place to
yeah, I
waive
got to
his
like
trade
where
clause.
I'm going before I say. Let me think about it. That sounds interesting because mind you, the Bears have been interviewing everyone, including my grandfather, including the gas station owner down the street. They've interviewed everybody, and they had the nerve to say, "Well, while we're doing that, hey, Mike, old buddy, old pal, you want to turn to this?" He was like, "Hell no, Chicago. So I don't want that."
It's absolutely
So
crazy
I
that
thought that was hilarious. Them going at Mike Tomlin before the Steelers could say no. Mike Tomlin flat just said, "Hell no, I'm good. No sir, no, no." Won't even give the Steelers a chance to say to be all happy and political about it by saying no. Nah, he's like, "Nope, don't want to." So I thought that was very very funny.
I'm really curious about who the Bears hire because it just seems to be a dumpster fire over there.
Honestly, my pick, and I know I sound crazy saying this, I want Pete Carroll.
Pete
If
Carroll.
I'm Chicago, I want Pete Carroll.
Wow.
Yep.
I was thinking Cliff
No,
Kingsbury.
no, no, no. I need somebody old school, man. I need someone who's been there, done that. He's a Super Bowl winning coach, Super Bowl going coach. He's a college champion. Like, so he knows how to deal with young guys as well. He's old school, but has a young school mentality. He'll be perfect for a 3 4 year experience with Chicago before because he's very old. Pete Carroll doesn't look like it.
Yes.
He don't act like it, but he's very old. He's like 73 now, something like that.
Ooh,
But
let's have a look, shall we?
I would love to have Pete Carroll in Chicago to for a 3 or 4 year stretch and dominate with the Bears for a minute, and get that franchise going before he either croaks or he retires.
He is 73 years old.
Yep.
I'm going to go with a bit of a wild card right now. If I guess who's going to be the head coach,
Okay.
I'm going to go with, I don't think he's going to get interviewed, but if I was the Bears, I'd do it. I'm going to go with Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson.
Because Doug Peterson is very good at taking a pile of doo-doo and making it to a somewhat manageable.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of those, he's definitely a branch head coach. He's nothing you're going to have for a while, but he can take whatever disaster you can, mold it into something semi-decent and doable, and then obviously can take it on further. Like he did it with the Eagles after Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
He did it with the Jaguars after the Urban Meyer experiment, and that was bad. So he's able to turn something that is completely unrecognizable into a manageable football team. And for the Bears, maybe you're not at that devastating point, but you're close. If you know what I mean.
In that case, they'll just probably hire Ben Johnson. we kind of both had little wild cards. And like, nah, let's go with the hot guy, Ben Johnson. So I got Keeping It Real Who That Sports Podcast with my
Hello.
man Dolph 17 and Coach Rock says, TJ, Carlos family, how you doing? What's up, Dolph? All right.
Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah. I just finished on the Come On In Sports Network as the NFL turns. We had our podcast about these games coming up as well. So we're doing the same thing on this channel.
Nice.
Let's go. So I've been doing this for about almost 3 hours now.
Oh my goodness, you pretty much have just done a game.
Yep, pretty much. So let's get in now. Let's break down today's matchups. Our first one is gonna be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. I'm hearing it's gonna be a bunch of snow like it's Christmas freaking.
7 inches of snow.
Oh, let's get it, man. But before we get into that, let's get some love from TJ's Fly Eagles Fly after this commercial break.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory.
All right, have our TJ's Eagles Talk Fly Eagles Fly. Yo, TJ, let me know, Rams Eagles, what is the key for an Eagles victory in today's matchup against Los Angeles?
So I'm going to go with our O-line. So obviously when the Rams went against the Vikings, their D-line just made Sam Darnold's life, a living hell. So our O-line, I think, can keep that finessing D-line intact with bigger, stronger and all that. And being a snow game, you need Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley ran for 255 yards on them last time. This time, obviously, you don't want to throw the ball because you've got obviously the snow, the wet, and all that. We're going to need him to run. Eagles are going down, Dolph. Oh no! Don't say that. Don't say that. We need him to run well, and I think our O line, able to keep that D line in check, is what's going to be the matchup. Because hey, Jalen Hurts didn't have the best game last game, but he did enough to win. He did turn the ball over, and that's been very crucial about it. I imagine. Because obviously you had this whole drama about AJ Brown reading on the sideline, and obviously the media blowing up that he's causing problems again. Even though if you look at the book, it's torn up. It's been read through 1,000 times. He says it takes it from every game. There's even photos of him reading it in previous games where he's gone off. So it literally generally a book, and it's just been something, media blown up and all that. So they're going to try and force the ball to AJ Brown to start with, to see if settle that down. And I'm not going to play. AJ Brown's a good player, but It's going to be the O-line and Saquon is going to be the key for this game, and I think we can win. But also, sorry, quick fact. Do you know that book, Inner Excellence, by Jim Murphy? So originally, before that game, it was sitting at, I've got the stat here, 423,497th on the Amazon
It went number
best-selling
one.
list,
Yeah,
and
it
it
went
went
number one.
straight to number one.
Yeah, I saw that. Those Eagles fans. They hate
That
their
man
team
just
so
laid a
much. They don't
lot
want
of
to be the.
money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to AJ Brown for that. He must know him personally.
But
That's
yeah,
so funny.
also on the defense, it's going to be how can the Eagles cope with the loss of Nakobe Dean? He's out for the year with ligaments torn in his knee,
Ah, sucks.
and it does suck. He was having a fantastic year, and Sean McVay is going to try and take advantage of that. It's a rookie. I think they're going to use Jeremiah Trotter as a replacement. Shame it's not Jeremiah Trotter Senior because he would be no worries there. Let's see what Junior can do in that position. And Sean McVay's going to target him because it's a weakness in this defense, and this defense is very, very, very good. So it's Jeremiah Trotter and our O line. I think those are the keys at the moment. What do you think?
Honestly, I don't see a way the Rams win this game. Not when it's 1,000% chance of snowfall coming in there, and
Yeah,
it's going to be pretty much a D line versus O line kind of game. The only way that the Eagles lose this game is if it's bad play calling from their offensive coordinator.
yes.
If they decide to put the ball in Hurts' hands and let him be a passer, almost like if they play the same way they played against Green Bay, they lose this game. They lose this game, in my opinion, because Stafford is not going to make those same mistakes that the Packers made in those games, and his weapons are a little bit better than the Packers' weapons, and when it comes down to the receiving core. I tell you what, though, but if the Eagles come with the desire to play smash mouth freaking football, punch you dead in your grill from the word
Hmm.
go, Eagles should dominate this game. I mean,
Absolutely.
straight up dominate this game. I got them winning by 2 touchdowns, honestly. But that's gonna be a part of the plan. If you run Saquon left, right, up, down, middle, right, and then Jalen Hurts should be throwing the ball when it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. I don't want to see him 1st and 10 dropping back and throwing a bomb to Devontae Smith or AJ Brown. And no, that right there is just you're giving the Rams help. And let's be real, last time they played, Saquon ran for 255.
250 and had 40 in the air.
Two and yes, exactly. If that isn't a cause for concern for the Rams, they're built like the Cowboys in their defense, mind you, but they're younger than the Cowboys defense. But just
Hmm.
saying, they play great when they have a lead, right? If the game is up in the air, you can run that team all day. But if you have a lead, if the Rams have a lead against you, those young horses they have back there with Verse back there and those young bucks going in there, they're young D tackles, man. They can come at you real quick and make
That's
life
true.
a living hell for Jalen Hurts and company. But if you're the Eagles and you just play time possession, eat that clock up and run that football and do what you're supposed to do in this game, you should win this game with no issue, in my opinion. Especially with it being cold. Stafford, numbers don't lie. He's 1-8 in games he's played where it's raining bad or it's snowing bad.
Oh yeah, no, he's not good in the
He's
weather, which
not.
is
He's
crazy
not.
because
Now,
he came from Detroit.
yeah, but Detroit's a dome.
Detroit is a dome.
A dome. He's playing a dome all his career, right? And then he played in the South in Georgia in college. So he's not used to playing in no bad weather. But when he does, yeah, very, very tough game to play against, right? I give him credit. The
Yeah,
one game where the 2 games they had this year, where they're outside in cold weather, they won both those games. One was very sloppy against the Jets, and one was a beatdown. I forgot the opponent, but he had a
But Baltimore won it
was it
in the rain.
was it Baltimore? Whatever game they won this year, it was a great game. He had a masterful game, and that was last year, Ravens and Rams in that great game. That was last year. So
Oh, sorry about that.
bless
You
you,
didn't want to hear me
brother.
sneeze.
Bless you. But yeah, but regardless though, 1-8 in his career in bad weather games, like horrible weather games, it's not a good sign for the Rams. I like Puka Nakua. Cooper Cup isn't built for this kind of game. I'm a,
He's dropped off.
well, I mean,
He really
he has, but
has.
mind you, he had the surgery, and he's still getting back to the former things of this year. He'll be back next year, I guarantee you.
That's true. Also, if you've got a specimen like Puka
Yeah.
Nakua taking away your
Now this is
targets,
Puka's kind of game.
yes,
The
he's going
Puka
to be
that short
hard to take down.
receiver, yeah. I like Puka in this game to get him some good yardage, but outside of him, I don't know where Stafford goes in this game, honestly. I mean, Kyron Williams, he's been nice, but what folks forget is somewhere around week 13, week 14 of the season, they were talking about benching him because of his fumbling issues, right? When you bring those same issues in this game, I tell you one guy I'm looking forward to seeing. That's Jalen Carter. I think Jalen Carter is
Oh,
going to
he's
have
going
a
to go.
monster game.
Hmm.
I think Carter has a monster game, honestly. And so we'll see about that. I think he's gonna. If you can stop Kyron Williams in that running game, you win this game easily. That's if you play to your strengths, Eagles. And if they do, they should win this game easily. If they don't, Stafford is that quarterback you don't want to leave hanging around.
You can't let him get hot.
No, no.
You cannot let him get hot.
But I'm trying.
Um,
I close my eyes though, TJ, and I look at that Rams offense, right? Playing against that Eagles defense in that snow when it's cold and frigid. I don't see a situation where the Rams win this game.
I don't. I honestly don't. You can't get too cocky about
No,
it.
you can't. That's true.
But I also don't. It feels like it's just simply the weather. And I know this is going to sound cruel, but the Rams were played in Arizona on Monday night last week. They got back to LA Tuesday morning. Obviously, you have the whole California. I hope everyone's okay, but obviously that limited their practices and all
Yep.
that. And then they flew to Philadelphia Saturday night. So it's a short week.
My
Do you know the time
God.
zone?
They about to.
Yeah,
God, dog is cold out here. Hold up.
precisely. They've literally gone from a state that is on fire to a freezing temperature. Um, so they're going to be tired. They're going to be obviously fatigued just simply being on a short week and the amount of traveling they have to do. This should be everything has gone Philadelphia way. If Philly loses this game, it's because Philly beat themselves.
Yes. I agree.
Um, and I think Philadelphia has extra motivation because, well, they have motivation, but again, if they win this game, the Commanders has to go to Philadelphia for the AFC Championship game. And like I said, they beat us, we've also beaten them. So
Yep.
that's going to be a fun game if it happens, and I think it will.
We'll find out, man. So that's Eagles and Packers, man. Should be a good one. I'm sorry, Eagles and Rams. Excuse me. Should be sorry. Should be a good one. I cannot wait to check the game out. Matter of fact, that game comes on in about less than an
45
hour.
minutes.
Yeah, less than an hour, y'all. So 45 minutes. You're right. So that could be a great one. I cannot wait to watch that game and check it out. All right, y'all. That was our. Let's get back our TJ's Eagles talk message after this.
My Eagles ride on the road to victory.
All right, now on to our game of the weekend, probably most likely,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this one, I call this the battle of second place. That's what I call it, man. But hold on, let's give them credit and some love right now, though. We got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. TJ, now I want to get on the legacy talk. By the way, y'all, like I said, the poll is still up, y'all. We're talking legacy right now. They said who legacy's on the line more in this game. Out of 20 votes, we got 70% says Lamar Jackson's legacy is on the line more than Josh Allen.
Really?
And I cannot agree more.
Wow.
I cannot agree more. Ravens versus
Lamar
Bills.
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson legacy is on the line right here. Here's why I'm gonna go with that. So let's talk legacies first, and then give
Of
our
course.
predictions. I'll go first. Legacy: Lamar, Josh Allen. Now both on the line. Obviously, who's more at stake? Lamar Jackson. One, because they gave you Derrick Henry, right?
Hmm.
Derrick Henry is still might be the best running back this year outside of Saquon Barkley. On top of that, he might be one of the greatest when it's all said and done. Top 5 when it's all said and done for Derrick Henry. On the issue with Derrick Henry is no Super Bowls right now, right? We had Emmitt Smith, those guys. Well, but Barry Sanders doesn't have one. He's also top 2 in everyone's best running back. But anyways, legacy on the line. Lamar Jackson has the accolades, as Josh Allen does not have the accolades. Lamar has the MVPs too, and might be getting a third one pretty soon this year. You got your
Yes.
MVPs, but we saw his playoff failures, and I like to think it's more on the coaching staff, the OCs, trying to make Lamar Jackson more than what he is at that moment. We know Lamar can throw the damn football. We know that. We know Lamar Jackson is a quarterback and a freaking damn good one as well.
Yeah.
We don't care about making him into this quarterback prodigy during the playoffs. We want to see wins. I said it on earlier when they played against the Steelers last week and beat the Steelers. That was the way the Ravens should have always played.
Mhm.
Run that ball with Lamar, run the ball with Derrick Henry, right? They
Yeah.
should have been playing like that the year before that against the Chiefs. We knew the Chiefs' weakness, what it is, stopping the run. What they did, we'll throw the football 1,000 times. What are you doing? Right? The legacy game, because Josh Allen doesn't have that big tier weapon. He didn't have a Derrick Henry on his fall down on his lap. He's got James Cook, and he's got no receiving core by name, right? So he's got Keon Coleman. We know that he's got Shakir, who's been a really good RAC receiver, run after catch receiver.
Do they have Bateman still?
Who?
Rashard Bateman?
No, the Ravens have Rashard Bateman.
Oh, you're talking about the Bills. Sorry, I thought you still.
For the Bills.
Oh yeah.
Josh
Kurt
Allen,
Samuel.
he doesn't have that same staff as Lamar Jackson has this year, and so that's why I think right now Lamar Jackson's got to win this game. He has got to, and I hope they do it by just being who they are, an aggressive running attack, throw it down the Bills' freaking throat. You know what I'm saying? Stump them while they're down. That kind of mentality. So that's why I say the legacy game is more towards Lamar Jackson. So I agree with the poll. Like, it's bigger
Yeah.
for Lamar. Josh Allen, if Allen loses this game, I guarantee you it's not that much pressure on if Lamar loses this game with Derrick Henry. They will ring Lamar Jackson's head unless he has a great game throwing that football. But if he doesn't and they lose, oh my goodness, I can see it now going crazy with the Cowboys. Right? So I think, hey, you don't want to have another MVP year without a Super Bowl MVP, without even going to the Super Bowl. How about that?
Yeah.
3 years of MVPs and no Super Bowls to even show for that? Yeah. So that's why I think legacy style for these quarterbacks is more towards Lamar Jackson. Who's yours?
I'm gonna go with Josh Allen. I went with Josh Allen simply because Lamar does have the MVPs. People know Lamar has the MVPs and he has all this. Look, Josh Allen doesn't. So far, Josh Allen has no MVPs, and yeah, he's won some playoff games, but he's also not made it to the Super Bowl. Like, Josh Allen has always been stopped in the playoffs, and I feel like Lamar's going to get another MVP, so that adds to his legacy, where Josh Allen's reputation, and I don't think this is true, but it will be, he's the one quarterback who just couldn't get it done when the lights are hotter. You know what I mean? Even though personally I think he's got not a lot of help, and obviously Sean McDermott, if they go out again, and depend on how it looks, might lose his job because he's always been spoken about. Is it time to move on? Is it time to move on? Is it time to move on? So that's why I went with Josh Allen. I think there is more on the line, like for Buffalo themselves, even for Josh Allen and Buffalo themselves. If they go out, they might have to have a full new head coach, and you don't want that. You really don't want that. And Josh Allen, yeah, he's not got a single MVP. He hasn't got a win. He's not made it AFC Championship. He has just to get the reputation of a QB that can get you close, but can't get you over the top.
Right.
Where Lamar Jackson, because he's got those accolades already to him, it's like, oh, he is good. You know what I mean? It's like Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, okay, he's got one ring, but he has the 4 MVPs already to his name. You know what I mean? Everyone knows Aaron Rodgers is good. And Lamar, at least he goes, okay, it sucks that I couldn't get to the big game, but these MVPs, if you're being selfish about it, proves that it wasn't me. It was clearly that I was the MVP player of the league. I was good enough where obviously Josh Allen doesn't have it. So I'm going to go with Josh Allen because I see it as the player who never win the MVP, even though he got close this year. But I think he is aiming for the Super Bowl. He needs to at least get to a Super Bowl.
We got Andrew say, yo, what's happening, Carlos and PJ? Hey, TJ, good
Hello.
luck against the Rams today. I'm rooting for you guys
Thank you.
again.
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Andrew. Peter said, what's up? Drewski, hit that like button for us. Appreciate you, Andrew. Normal guy says these teams both met earlier in the season. That's right. Rams and Eagles part 2 and Ravens versus Bills part 2. Look, Ravens got the first win. It was in Baltimore. It was like week 8 of the season, I believe, something like that. And they got the win against Buffalo early in that year. But, a lot of times passed through that, and now this game is in Buffalo. Let's go. TJ, I'll go first. I'll give our prediction on our winner for this game. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills to win this game, TJ. That's right. I'm going Buffalo to win this game. I feel like they're going to have a Josh Allen just greatness kind of game. That's how I feel. That's the only way they're going to win this game is by Josh Allen being just, you know what? I don't have a Stephon Diggs. This is his best year, like, ever. Because he just doesn't have the pressure of trying to be great. And it's always, as a really good or a great quarterback as Josh Allen is, when you're a great quarterback and you have no pressure of a diva receiver, you can just play quarterback, and you
Yeah.
can just find the open guy and make it happen. I like Kincaid to have a great game in this game as well, and
Oh yeah.
I'm not huge on James Cook having a great game. I'm not, but he's had a great about month of the season. James Cook has, and he's been running that ball super hard for Buffalo. But them being at home, right? And that defense being very underrated, they can get to the quarterback and they can be one of the few teams that can actually stop Derrick Henry on his track past the linebacker. So I do like Buffalo to win this game. Now, albeit, give me a close game. Give me a close game. Not going with no barn burner. This isn't Washington, Detroit. This is going to be about a 20. I'm gonna say Bills win 21-17. Buffalo wins
21.
21-17. It's gonna be a great game. Now, hey, honestly, still a coin toss, coin flip.
Yep.
But Bills being at home, I think, makes the biggest difference. And I like the fact that look when you play in Buffalo, that wind swirls like crazy. So
Yeah.
can Lamar Jackson, when he's forced to pass the football, can he make it accurate? Right? We'll find out in this game. And can Lamar win with his legs? Right? If they could do that, the Ravens probably win this game. But right now, I'm going to go with Buffalo to win this game. How about you, TJ?
Yeah, no, I'm also going to go with Buffalo. The game they met earlier was a complete blowout. The Ravens destroyed them, but it's 20. So it's currently 23. So it will actually be 25 degrees Fahrenheit
The wind chill probably
with a
makes it.
wind chill of 16 miles an hour. So that drops to -3, they say. And they reckon it is also going to be snow. So we might have 2 snow games this week.
Awesome.
This tonight. So I think Buffalo will, and I think you put it out pretty much. He's just going to play quarterback. He doesn't need to feed anyone and all that kind of stuff. And I honestly think the Ravens are going to get in their way again. They do it all the time. I think they're going to try and be like, everyone expects us to run the ball because it's snowy and it's the Ravens and we've got Derrick Henry, so we're going to try and throw the ball. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they're going to get in their head. So. Oh, it's going to be a tough game. But yeah, no, I think Buffalo should win. And obviously, they've got the Philadelphia winning as well. Meaning we'll have a Chiefs-Buffalo NFC Championship again.
Again. This won't be regardless though. Arrowhead will be rocking and rolling for that AFC Championship game on next week. I believe that's going to be the latter game. I believe the late game.
It would be the late game, yeah, because the Eagles would be playing at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. my time.
Okay,
So
yeah. So it's gonna be the later game than the AFC, as it should be,
as it
because
should be,
it's
yeah.
gonna be Chiefs versus either Ravens or Bills. It's gonna be
Again,
awesome, man.
again, which the Bills beat the Kansas City this year, but it
But
doesn't matter.
it
They
doesn't.
beat them in the regular
Man,
season.
before
They don't in the
they beat them in the
postseason.
regular before,
Yeah, it
twice,
don't matter. It don't matter.
before this year and lost. So I mean, doesn't matter. Samuel says hi. What's up, buddy? Carlos and PJ and TJ. So
Hello.
what's up, S Dub?
Um, and obviously we got Washington versus Birds in Philadelphia, which will also be these would be good games because they're but like the Chiefs Bills are rivals. They are rivals, and obviously the divisional rivals in the NFC. But hey, it all sees what this happens today.
I'm so excited and I'm so ready, man.
You're so
I'm so ready, y'all. I'm so ready.
terrifying.
Hey, you can check me out on the Come On In Sports Network, and of course, we'll have it on all our platforms. So, Uneducated Sports Talk. We'll have it on the Keeping It Real Who That Sports Podcast. We'll have it on Real Fan Sports Podcast. We'll all be doing the Ravens versus Bills game, but we'll all be joined together
Ooh,
at one. So, and we'll have it
lovely.
spread across all of our platforms, y'all. So please stay tuned. We'll have Ravens versus Bills tonight, y'all. Play by play and reaction from all of us for that Bills versus Ravens game. It's gonna be awesome. We'll be live, I believe, at I don't know. I think it's like 5:25 p.m. But watch out. Keep notifications on, and I'll let you guys know when we get there, man. All right, y'all. So that is it for our picks and predictions. And if you guys have any questions, please let us know because we have our closing message now. It's time to wrap it up for
Yeah,
episode
we've got
60.
half an hour until I crap myself.
Yay, man. Yay. Yay. What do you plan on drinking? Do you have any special, what they call that when you, superstitions, man? What you got going on, brother?
Superstitious. So superstitious is I have to wear the Kelly Green. I have to wear Eagle socks.
Okay.
And stupidly, I don't know why, I've noticed every time I drink alcohol, the Eagles start to suck. So I've gone teetotal until I know the game is in hand, and then I'll have a drink,
There we go.
which sucks. I want
I'm gonna be sitting back watching this game, man. That's it. Just sitting back watching the game, get my little drink on,
relaxing. Yeah, it sounds
relaxing.
like you need to after.
Oh man, crazy week this week, man. Uh, we have a crazy snowstorm coming in to Louisiana, so it will be snowing on Tuesday.
Louisiana gets
Yeah,
snow.
every blue moon we get snow. Well, I mean our part of Louisiana. I'm in the south. If you Google where I'm living at, Lake Charles, Louisiana, we're at the bottom of the map.
Yeah,
It
south.
is basically us, and then after that it's the equator with Mexico. Well, so that till it gets hot. So if it's snowing out here, you know it's snowing everywhere else except for the West Coast. The West Coast is always beautiful, minus wildfires.
I
So
was gonna say, yeah, I think I'd rather
yeah.
take some snow at the moment.
Uh, so, but right now it's gonna be on Tuesday. It's gonna be to 17 degrees, and with
Ooh.
the it's 17 degrees, and then with the wind temperature, you're looking at about 9 degrees outside. So my point is, if it's cold in Louisiana, it's damn near cold everywhere else in the United States. So
Damn.
yeah. So well, we're not used to having snow, so our job is gonna probably be canceled on Tuesday. Cause
Oh, day off.
yeah,
Do you get paid?
I'm getting paid. Yes, brother. Yes.
Yeah, oh, that's lovely.
I'm getting paid, but folks don't know how to drive in these conditions. They just are real stupid. And they know how. I mean, because we're not built to drive in the snow because we're Louisiana. So when they do drive, people are slipping and sliding everywhere. Accidents happen all the time. I don't want to be on the roads when they happen anyway because people are just dumb. You know,
No,
they
they are.
they want to still go 80 miles per hour and yeah, boom. Yo,
There's no point risking it.
we got Seth Messerschmidt Oreo Sooners Ravens Thunder says TikTok is back. Let's go. Did
Did it not get
President
banned?
Trump come through?
I don't know.
I heard he said he's gonna try and bring TikTok back. They said it. He said it's back, so we'll find out.
But
I don't.
wasn't he the one who started the process of banning it?
I don't even know. It was Elon Musk maybe. I'm not
I
that
don't
close,
know.
man.
I
I
don't
don't have
know.
TikTok anyway, so I can care less. But I know folks
Nor
make
do
a
I.
lot of money off of TikTok, so those are the ones I feel bad for who had a major platform on TikTok. So I feel bad for those.
Hey, it's fine all over again. R.I.P. Fine.
There we go. Yeah, I know, right? The Vine, baby.
I love Fine.
Yeah, I wasn't really on it as much. My daughter was on it back in the day, but I wasn't on it.
Oh,
She
fair.
she loved mine all the time. Yeah, hit that like button on your way out, man. We're just one away from 20. So thank y'all for hitting that like button. And
Ooh, nice. Thank
let's
you.
can we see the poll before we get out of here? Yeah, out of 22 votes, who legacy is on the line more in this game? Lamar Jackson's legacy is on the line more.
Oh,
68%
man.
says Lamar Jackson. So we'll go ahead and close that out, you guys. But thank y'all for showing love and support, man. We'll be back for hell in a couple of days now. If my power there's a chance power does go out because of the heavy snow on Tuesday, so I might not be able to. We'll find out though. I mean, if power goes out, obviously I can't do anything. But if it's just a regular fine day, we'll be live here this Tuesday for our recap of the divisional playoffs, and we'll give you our picks and predictions for the AFC and NFC championship games, y'all. Any
Ooh,
last words, TJ?
it's terrifying. Go, birds. Stay safe in this crazy world.
That's right, y'all. We got now less than 30 minutes until the kickoff between Rams and Eagles, y'all. So for the homegirl PJ and my big homie TJ Tracy, I'm your host, Carlos Clay. This is our episode 60 of Tuesdays with TJ on this beautiful, fine Sunday afternoon, the NFL podcast. All sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Peace. Lay mama. Ladies and well, TJ, have a blessed night, man. You guys take it easy.
Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe.
That's right. And we'll be live once again from Uneducated Sports Talk and the Come On In Sports Network. It's going to have Bills versus Ravens tonight, y'all. So stay tuned for that when we post it up, y'all. Love y'all. Have a great night.
Have a good one. Bye.